I mean, right now I'm at the beginning stages of peeking into the global world of ASICS and understanding really not just Japanese culture, but also we're a global company across many countries. And so just learning from all of our, HR team members, the partners across the business, and understanding what truly does drive happiness basically at work. That's kind of how we measure engagement is, are you happy at ASICS and would you recommend it? And so if you kind of figure out what drives that.
Shade isn't a place you hide. It's where you pause, where you think, where real work happens. Quietly, creatively, and authentically. No slides, no filters. Just candid conversation about a story worth telling. It's not about villains. This is where brand builders, creatives, and storytellers come to share the stories they usually don't tell in pitch decks or press releases. It's about the people who work behind the scenes, challenge the obvious, bend the rules, or build unforgettable brands. This is
Shady Characters.
Today on Shady Characters, I'm here with Amy Miller of ASICS, the Director of People, Capability, and Culture, plus Global Engagement. Amy, thank you for joining us on Shady Characters.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I'm stoked to be here.
When we were at Oakley, we were working in the retail department. You were always really talented at connecting with people. I think that, for what Shady Characters is a storytelling podcast. And so it made a lot of sense for me to connect with someone like you about that, because I feel like you've always been a really natural storyteller, and I've always found you like really easy to talk to, and you've got such cool life experiences that I feel like have ultimately kind of directed and maybe dictated your career path too in a pretty interesting way. And you daily, I think, use your natural skill set to connect with people. Do you feel like that's a good synopsis of who Amy is, or tell me who Amy is?
Yeah, you got me wrapped up pretty well.
But you have to say it in third person. You have to say Amy is.
Yeah, Amy is.
To me, Amy is.
She's an interesting character.
She's an interesting character.
So I think just kind of as I look back at kind of my career journey, what's led me to keep doing what I'm doing, I think back to that question that you get asked when you're little, of like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Mm-hmm. And I just never remembered having an answer for that. I never had like, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be a whatever, kids say, or nowadays I think it's influencer, but
I want to be a YouTuber.
I know. So I never had like that North Star of wanting to do a specific job. My recollection was always like, I don't know, I want to be happy. And that was just kind of what stuck with me. So as I navigated life and things, I always kind of held on to making decisions that would be, is this going to make me happy? Is this going to bring me joy? Is this going to be an exciting adventure? And just kind of...
That was your just innate reaction to that question.
That's not a kid's reaction, normally.
I think that.
I just want to be happy.
It's like the Dr. Seuss thing, right? Yeah. Like,
they're like, you don't understand the question and you don't understand life, was the response. I don't know if I really said that, but...
Wise beyond your years.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to think that, because I just never, whenever you think about that question, I'm like, I never had that. But if I look back to what was consistent, it was always, what's going to make you happy? What's going to bring you joy? And just what's going to help you stick to that versus making decisions or maybe getting into jobs or doing things that you end up kind of just like losing your soul over time. So
yeah,
I feel like, when you take that job that you take it for the money, you regret it. Like you're like a week onto the job. It's like, the paycheck's nice, but what did I just do?
Yep. I've tried to avoid that. Not that I don't love money, because money's nice.
Yeah.
Lots of cool hats.
It only goes so far, right? You still gotta wake up every morning.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of like what ties me to do what I love to do with, we call it employee engagement in the HR world, but it's ultimately, how do you help people connect to the place they're going to work? If we're all going to, most of us have to work in, a corporate world or corporate America, or go to work every day if you don't have the luxury of kicking back at the beach all day. How do we just help people connect to each other and help work suck less, basically, and do that through storytelling, bringing things to life, whether that's giving things just fun branding and stories behind my kind of background is in learning and development. So it's always around, my first thing is, what can we call it? What should the brand be? What can the story be? Because that's going to help people connect to it and have fun if we're making them sit through training or sit through something that we're wanting them to do. Is how can we help them just enjoy it more? And
Right.
that kind of goes back to if I was in their shoes, I just want to be happy and enjoy it. So how do I help do that?
So,
I,
as someone that that kind of lives this ethos of finding purpose and drive and ultimately trying to be happy, it's less about it's not working. You're working for the weekend. You're not living to work, right? And so, how do you feel like you've been able to direct a massive company like ASICS to kind of adapt some of the credo that that is so synonymous with how Amy Miller lives?
I mean, luckily the brand itself is there with it, which is why I started working there and then found myself coming back to it. So the ethos of the brand, not to promote the brand, but yeah.
it sounds like it is a place that practices what it preaches.
Yeah, our brand is ASICS is Anima, and Corpore Sano, which is a sound mind and a sound body. So it's rooted in helping. That's our differentiator. So when we look at kind of what makes us unique and what helps me feel authentic to tell that story and want to tell the story, is that the brand is rooted in helping people find balance in life, and it's not over the top, cutthroat performance culture where you find other places where people do lose their soul. They get burnt out. They, you know, maybe don't treat each other very well. It's like, I think resonating with a company and why I find myself loving what I do there and wanting to even come back after being away for a few years was it just felt natural. And it is truly what draws people to the brand and makes it easier to tell that story to the employees and then also tell it to externally our customers and potential employees.
Yeah. So your role is based here in North America, but you also have kind of a global component to that, which does that align pretty well for you? Because I know what I know of you is like you're a great traveler. You're kind of always seeking like that next great adventure, right? I know that you're pretty proficient in a lot of sports, and do you feel like kind of having this cool sport brand that's based, your job is based here in the US, but you get the opportunity to also travel with the company? Does that fit your overall goal of finding happiness?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, getting to travel and meet people, especially in this latest kind of addition to my world at ASICS, has been getting to get more ingrained in our Japanese culture. And that's really fascinating to see how a very different mindset of, communalistic culture versus an individualistic culture that America and North America is more based in, and seeing how things like happiness resonate. So there's this concept of Ikigai, which is about basically finding the sweet spot of what fulfills you in life. And that's a Japanese word. And I've talked with the team there because it's not very common, though, in Japanese business culture to talk about what makes you passionate and tie that together. And so that's been something that it's been interesting to help try to connect that concept to the business world, but in Japan.
Yeah.
And
what would you say some of, like, if you had to compare to culture here to culture there, like, is there anything that's just polarizingly different?
I mean, I think most things are, because it's very, very different cultures. So I think if you look at maybe work style, or again, the concept of just people being happy while they work is like kind of like
What?
It's such a kind of funny thing, but at the same time, you see, just different outfalls. Like here, you see burnout and different medical things, and so that is very common as well. So there's through lines on it all, but it's like getting to the root of what can help solve it. And again, not that you're gonna be happy every day, but it's just trying to figure out how, again, can you help things feel, a little bit more fun, have people have better interactions, maybe teach them some skills on things to connect with each other. And so, yeah, it's been an interesting journey.
So as someone in the human resources department, what is your thought on a 4-day work week to balance that work-play lifestyle?
I mean, if that's what works for your business, and I mean, that's something that I would say ASICS, we do, we call it Premium Fridays every Friday of the year. Then we have Summer Fridays, things like that. I'd say what we hear from our employees, and I can speak to that, is the gift of time and helping to provide that space and time so there is balance for your family, for your personal life, your hobbies, I think that you get the better thinking and better experience for people if you can carve out that time and it's not, squeezing it into here and there. So I think as long as you hire good people and you have good team and you create a good culture, you can trust they're gonna
perform.
Yeah.
What's so let's say it's Summer Friday. What are you doing with your 3-day weekends when you get the opportunity? What do you do?
I leave my laptop, so I'm definitely not one of those employees or leaders that is tethered to it. I'll always be accessible to some extent, but I'm usually headed off either on a van trip. We have a VW van called Goldie, and she's our little
Tell me about Goldie.
She's a little rusty right now, so she's a low love. She's 1986 Mannequin, so she's our adventure mobile. But most recently, we've explored into the cabin life in Big Bear. So a couple hours down the freeway and just escape to away from, not so much away from people because I like people, but far enough away that you
outdoors.
Get in the outdoors and you're disconnected and can just get out into nature. And
what is cool about her cabin is it's also it's not a cabin in Big Bear that's just in a neighborhood, right? It's like a cabin in Big Bear that's like a cabin in Big Bear.
It's like it's like a real cabin.
Like
cabin.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
102-year-old
no way.
structure.
So back in the day, I used to work for a company based in Utah, and I was working here in California. But it's funny, like on the weekends, those guys would all be out like the same thing. Like everything stays at the office. They're out like knee high in a river going fly fishing. You can't do that here. Like unless you get out of town and you go to Big Bear. But it's funny, like the differences of like I'll go to the beach, but I'm there with 16,000 other people, and these guys are out by themselves in the wilderness.
We have a little slice of heaven where you literally we have no neighbors, no one around us. We have just complete solitude when you get out there, but then you can, get into the village or pop over somewhere else, or 2 hours you're back at the beach. And
how are your survival skills now that you've been out there? Do you feel like you could catch and fend for yourself?
We have all the amenities, so I wouldn't say I don't know if you guys ever watched that show Alone. I love that show. I could not survive on that. So I wouldn't say.
I just want to know who I'm calling. Like if anything implodes, I'm going up to Amy's cabin. It's like she can run it by herself.
I mean, I'm handy enough, but luckily you can just roll into town and go to the brewery and you're fine.
They also have a cabin cat, right? Like Kitty that like likes the outdoors.
Oh yeah, he's Saki Bomb. He's
Saki Bomb.
Yeah, Saki Bomb. He's our little adventure cat. So he begrudgingly gets in the car with us and goes out on our adventures. And but he likes it. Yeah, he's 16 years old. So for the Oakley crew, knows him. That's where I got him. Was 16 years ago at Oakley. So he's my little OG. Saki
Bomb. So I've got Tennessee whiskey and you've got a Saki Bomb.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that.
I have Rupert. He's not invited to the party.
Yeah.
You could name a drink after him.
There is a chrome Rupert right down here that no one can see, but he'll be immortalized forever.
Yeah, and you're still doing a bunch of mountain biking stuff. Like, what else are you guys filling your cup with?
I just bought a gravel bike, so I've gotten into the trendy new sport of gravel biking, which is basically a more aggressive road bike.
Isn't that what your brother just rode, like, for a bajillion miles?
He did, yeah. He just did a big gravel bike trip from southern Oregon back up to Washington.
Oh, nice.
The train down with some buddies and then rode back up. But
yeah, so been training to that, maybe some bike packing adventures in the future. So that's going to be the new hobby. So
with the cat,
ideally, but he probably won't go.
You got to get like the cat backpack with the little bubble window. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, maybe the next cats in the future will become true adventure cats.
Yeah. So are you feeling at this point like your thumbprint is on your position at ASICS, or where is the biggest opportunity for you? Where do you see growth, and where do you hope to apply more influence and change in your current role?
I mean, right now I'm at the beginning stages of peeking into the global world of ASICS and understanding really not just Japanese culture, but also we're a global company across many countries. And so just learning from all of our, HR team members, the partners across the business, and understanding what truly does drive, happiness basically at work. That's kind of how we measure engagement is, are you happy at ASICS and would you recommend it? And so if you kind of figure out what drives that, a lot of things are common across cultures, but a lot of, nuances between things. So I think just trying to really understand that, and then building a career development program, a global career development program. That's pretty cool to launch. It's the first time we've ever talked about a cohesive approach and philosophy to career growth. And so I'm kind of the mastermind behind the scenes and figuring out how to build it and how to tell the story about that.
So it sounds like your survey is very short, but very impactful. Are you happy? Right? Like, are you happy and would you recommend it? I mean, is that...
There's more questions to it, but yeah, that's what it's measured on.
That's what you're hoping to gather out of this, right? And then you're taking, you're taking responses from, are you happy? And if the answer is no, we're figuring out what the nuances are there, or the things, the stop gaps are there. And do you feel like is that something that comes, is it easy for you to not only identify when you are happy, but also identify what you could be doing? Like, could you make me happy?
Could try. Can you ask your question again? Sorry.
my question is more along the lines of, for you,
please tell me how to be happy.
Really good at finding ways for yourself to be happy. Are you also good at, does it come naturally for you to apply your great methods here that you do to yourself to countless other people that are your counterparts? That
what he's trying to say is there's a whole culture now of people that are making master classes. Can you package your stuff up? We would like to film it, and we'll sell it for $1,000 a course.
Perfect.
We're going to be rich. I promise.
The business mind there. That's what I aspire to do. I think what helps people be happy is different. So what helps, me be happy is going to be different than someone else. So I think it's not necessarily applying my blueprint for everyone, but it's trying to help unlock and understand, or it's not even just me doing it. A lot of what I do is I have to work through the leaders in our company, and I'm one person. And so it's figuring out, how do you help equip other people to also tap into what's going to help drive happiness and motivation and things like that. So
do you see a world where you don't live on the West Coast again? Are you a Californian forever now?
I'm not locked anywhere, so I will.
Yeah, I get that vibe from you. I think you go where you want to go.
Yeah. So
until Goldie breaks down.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you stop and you live there.
Exactly. Adam drove her to work today. He might be stuck there. He ran out of coolant. So, no, we talk about moving. Europe is always on our mind, and moving overseas. Maybe Japan one day. You never know what the world will bring. So definitely not locked anywhere. I'm more of out of the U.S., a West Coaster. Resonate with obviously Southwest vibe and just the culture and Native American culture. So Pacific Northwest is kind of always called a little bit too. So I know that's where you're from. So I'd say definitely more of the West Coast in the U.S. Sorry, Mom and Dad, who are in Florida. I won't be moving back there. But yeah, we're always, up for adventures if it's overseas. And
you lived in Europe, didn't you? Didn't you live in Europe for a little bit for Oakley?
Yeah, tell me more.
Moved, took an adventure. I was just turned 30.
Just last year?
Oh, yes, I know. I'm back already. No, but this is 11 years ago already, which is wild. But I'd just gotten my degree because I went back to school later in life and had a goal of getting my degree by the time I was 30. And an opportunity came up to kind of ditched my cats. So I left them here and took an adventure, moved overseas and lived in Switzerland for a couple months, and then was based in London ultimately.
And were you in Zurich?
Yep.
Like, who were you over there with?
That was Oakley.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I opened that office.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I closed it.
The Pulse 5 office.
I was there.
Yeah, thanks.
So, I was there when it closed.
That full circle. Here we are.
I know.
At that Pulse 5 building, yeah.
But that was one hell of a going away or closing party.
Yeah.
So it was pretty wild. But yeah, saw kind of the closing of Oakley Europe, and then came back, hightailed it back to the US, and that's when actually I got my start at ASICS. So that was 2016, which is wild.
Yeah, that's been a good run.
Yeah,
it's been I can't believe how long. I remember when you interviewed with us, by the way. Do you remember this story?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Which part of it?
I think you were challenged with coming to us with an idea of like how you would train someone to do something that
Could not be Oakley, though, because
yeah,
I
could
had
be
already
okay,
worked there.
and it had to be train someone on something that they don't know how to do, and give them, like a very quick synopsis, give them a quick little learning and development program, right? And you were coming out from Florida, and I think you were either just finishing with like
Yep.
massage therapy school or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, right? And you taught us how to make like not a bath salts or a
Body scrub.
Body scrub. Yeah. And then I think I still have it.
It's probably not good anymore. Probably want to throw that away.
Yeah. Is that still a path?
It's like there's so many ways I can go that.
Or did you leave massage therapy in Florida when you left?
Well, I would say I never quite, and again, sorry, Mom, never quite
Yeah.
followed through with doing that, but I blame Oakley mostly, because I did pursue a different path, but I would really blame the other reason on having broken this wrist mountain biking and this wrist snowboarding. So
You
took
might not
myself
be
out.
built for that career anyway.
Yeah, so kind of took myself out of that, but no, yeah, that I remember getting that call, and I'm sitting in Jacksonville, Florida, and they're like, we want to fly you to California, and you have to do, this presentation and train people, but it can't be on Oakley. See you in like 3 days. So I sat on my couch and my roommate, and I'm like, I just got out of massage school. That'd be weird to train people how to massage each other. So yeah, I still have that PowerPoint too. It's kind of, whenever I have new hires, I mean, we don't really use PowerPoint too much anymore, but over the years I would dig up that PowerPoint, and it is the worst looking PowerPoint. It's like
You've learned a lot over the years, huh?
Yeah. I had to do a similar thing in one of my interviews when I first started at Oakley, and I taught people how to make guacamole.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Avocado, season it,
Just to jump back on your PowerPoint real quick, I think Evan still uses your old PowerPoint for our proposals.
Oh, papaya response. Yeah, it had like a hippie, like tie-dye background, I think, on the
Oh
side.
yeah, that's it.
So yeah, it was, but it landed me the job.
It was so fun. Like, that was such a fun time. I think, I hadn't been there very long, and I got an opportunity to sit on a panel and see your interview. And I think I knew, along with a few others that were there, that like you were going to be such a great addition to our little team. And I'm so thankful that our paths aligned in that unique way.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hiring me.
Yeah. So, and now it's so fun that we still get to work with you at ASICS, and we're so thankful that you continue to put your trust in us at Thatch, and honored to have the opportunity to learn more about Ikigai and all the fun stuff.
I feel like I'm trying to make it a thing.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah.
Trying really hard.
That's how things start, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my thing, obviously.
That's
but
right.
Just trying to bring it to
I've
life.
known the brand ASICS for a lot of years, and I had never heard of that. So keep trying to push it out there. Yeah.
Because first, teach people how to say it.
Yeah.
In the US.
So
Ikigai.
that's how we're going to close the show. Why don't you teach us all how to say Ikigai properly, or am I doing it?
Oh, you are saying it
You're saying it.
correctly.
Yeah.
We could practice if
Yeah,
you want.
yeah.
So you're going to say E.
E.
You're going to say key,
Key.
and then I'll say guy.
All right.
All right.
Give me an E.
Give me a key.
Guy. Ikigai.
We did it. All right. Well, Amy, thank you so much for taking the time to come down here and join us on Shady Characters. Love chatting with you, and looking forward to doing it again soon.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Cool.
And we're out.
Do some balancing levels at the beginning, so we do maybe like a nice clean intro for the beginning of it.
You got to remember how to say it again.
Of people, capability, and culture, plus global
Like I'm like
engagement.
sweating.
Global engagement.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't hear you. Know what?
What?
Global engagement, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I need to roll into it, or you just need her intro?
Just her intro.
Just her intro. So today on Shady Characters, we're here with Amy Miller, the director of people capability and culture, plus global engagement. Yeah. So today on Shady Characters, I'm here with Amy Miller of ASICS, the director of people capability and culture, plus global engagement.